It's Class 2 District 9 basketball on the Source 97.9 FM. Our games are brought to you in part by Frisco Fuel, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Richland School District, Memorial Chapels of Richland, Haller Automotive LLC, Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Shelter Insurance Agents, Dave Holland in Richland, and John Gregory in Crocker, the Iberia School District, Reeves Auto Upholstery, Town and Country Supermarkets, the Newburgh School District, and Big Johnson Power Washing, TC's Junk Fest, and Security Banks of Pulaski County. Let's hoop it up in tonight's district basketball games.
Evening to you and yours here at the Lakeway High School Gymnasium one more time here this season as we set up for your Class 2 District 9 Girls Championship game. It's going to be the number 2 seeded Crocker Lady Lions taking on the number 5 seeded Iberia Lady Rangers. Connor Harbert here with you tonight, 97.9 The Source. It has been a long week, but we are finally ready for our final game of the week. It's going to be a big one here. 2 Frisco League teams. Of course, they see each other in the regular season. They see each other in the Frisco League tournament. They might even see each other at a couple mid-season tournaments there as well. But these two teams, they very much know each other, and now they get a chance to play for a district championship. So once again, Connor Harbert here with you. It's 97.9 The Source. We've got about 11 minutes left to go here in our pregame festivities. So we've got plenty of time to talk things over, talk about these two teams and the path they've taken to get to this contest. Of course, obviously, the story of the tournament thus far has been the dark horse Iberia Lady Rangers coming in from that 5 seed, taking on the number 4 seeded Newburgh Lady Wolves, winning that contest, and then knocking off the number 1 seeded Lakeway Lady Hornets on their home floor and doing it in relatively dominant fashion there as well. But of course, we're going to see a Crocker team here tonight that's also looked very impressive. 2 wins over Vienna and Stoutland. Crocker kind of exercising some demons in taking down the Stoutland Lady Tigers a couple of nights ago. This one should be a very fun contest. Also a game that provides us 2 teams with differently clashing kind of styles. These 2 teams, they do not play the game of basketball exactly the same way. So that kind of clash is going to give us, I think, a lot of fun questions riding on in to our contest tonight. But again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Of course, you've been hearing them throughout the week. Of course, we're going to give them some time here. We're going to take ourselves a 2-3 minute timeout. When we come back, we'll go a little bit more into depth on our 2 teams, maybe some keys to the game for both Iberia and Crocker. But it's the Lady Rangers, the Lady Lions. One of these 2 teams will be your Class 2 District 9 girls basketball champion. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. 97.9 The Source.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
At Phelps Health Heart and Vascular Center, we're here to keep your heart healthy. Preventing, detecting, and caring for conditions like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, chest pain, and shortness of breath, the Phelps Health Heart and Vascular Center offers innovative care and cutting-edge technology designed to produce the best possible health outcomes for you and your loved ones. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more. Phelps Health, your health, our mission.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco League community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way. As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
TC's Junk Fest at the Barn at Honeysuckle Farms in Iberia is coming May 19th and 20th from noon until 6 on Friday and 9 until 3 on Saturday. This is a can't-miss event with close to 100 vendors from all corners of the state. Vintage, antiques, farmhouse, handmade, boutiques, shabby chic, artisans, and more. Plus lots of door prizes, goodie bags for the first 30 shoppers, and t-shirts too. It's a weekend full of fun and memories. TC's Junk Fest at the Barn at Honeysuckle Farms, 41 Tavern Creek Road in Iberia, May 19th and 20th. We'll see you at the barn.
Hear that? That's the plumpest, juiciest hot dogs you've ever seen getting their grill on. But we both know what'll make it sound even better. Oh yeah, it's a Pepsi to go with your hot dog. Because when you're chomping on America's favorite meal, relish, mustard, and onions perfectly blending into a crescendo of flavor, there's only one thing that makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Back here once more at the Lakeway High School Gymnasium. Our crowd pretty much close to capacity here at Lakeway High School as we set up for your Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship. Again, that's going to see the number 2 Crocker Lady Lions taking on the number 5 Iberia Lady Rangers. Connor Harbert here with you once more, 97.9 The Source. We are 6 minutes away from our national anthem, our starting lineups, and our opening tip-off here today. Before we move on to that, though, want to go ahead and talk over some keys to the game for our two sides. Of course, we've gotten 2 chances to see both our teams here this evening. A difference from yesterday when we saw the boys' championship, the number 1 seeded Eugene Eagles winning the championship in dominant fashion over Crocker. But tonight, we see 2 teams that have had to play 2 games to get to where they are now. Of course, the road for Iberia. It all started with the number 4 seeded Newburgh Lady Wolves. Iberia opened up the game on a huge run, probably giving that up, going on another huge run, almost giving that one up, but then eventually able to pull away to defeat Newburgh, stamping their ticket for a date with the number 1 seeded Lakeway Lady Hornets. It was really the same thing all over again. Iberia coming out very, very quickly out of the gate, putting Lakeway down by double digits in the first quarter, a lead that Lakeway was just really never able to recover from. So we'll see if Iberia is very capable of doing that again here tonight. But really, the key to the game for Iberia should be, does the outside shot open up the inside game? We all know at this point about Iberia. They've got size. They've got 2 players inside who can definitely make an impact on the game. But when the outside shot isn't necessarily following, teams can key in on Lainey Halley and Kay Humphrey. They can key in just a little bit more. They can kind of play off if they're playing the zone. If they're playing the man-to-man, they can go ahead and double on the inside. That has not been the case the last couple of games, though. Iberia has had excellent outside shooting. Alexa Rowden has been absolutely on fire these last couple of games, 2 multi-3 games in a row. Of course, she's not the only one. Aislinn Bauer has definitely been hot from outside. You've gotten a couple threes here and there from Tressie Brown as well. So does that open up the rest of Iberia's game? Of course, we know they're going to most likely play a half-court offense. Not really the quickest team in the West. Not really a team that likes to get up and go, but they are certainly a solid shooting team, and they've also been one of the hottest teams in the area. Of course, our conversation with head coach Mike Austin a couple weeks ago, you heard him mention, I don't even think he knew the team knew, but they've been about 7-3 over the last 2 weeks. Now we take a look at Crocker. Crocker, again, kind of a different style than what you'll see from the Iberia Lady Rangers. This is a team that likes to get up and go. They like to pick up the steal. They like to press. They like to run down the floor. Of course, that really shows in a couple of their better players in Megan Campisi and Ashlyn Warstell. Always looking for the steal and the run. Emma Ruth ending up in foul trouble a couple days ago because of her aggressive style of play there. So Crocker's really going to look to pressure hopefully there's no pressure on Crocker on themselves here tonight, but Crocker's really going to look to pressure Iberia, I think, and try to make this a full court game. That's the kind of game I think that benefits the Lady Lions much more. But there's no way of knowing what's actually going to happen until we get onto the floor here tonight. And of course, do remember the winner of this one does move on to next week. They'll be playing over in Lebanon on Tuesday. Do not know who they would be playing just yet. We do know it's going to come from Class 2 District 10, but that game will be on Tuesday. So do keep that in mind. The winner of tonight, of course, you all know it doesn't really end at districts. Both these teams, probably at this point, starting to have a little glimmer of hope at a state championship run. So we're going to go ahead and take ourselves one final timeout. We will come back here in a few minutes, and then we'll get going with this one. We'll have your starting lineups. We'll have your opening tip here in Lakeway. But again, once more, your Crocker Lady Lions taking on your Iberia Lady Rangers. We'll be back here in a few minutes. You're listening to 97.9 The Source.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Howdy.
Well, hello, young lady. I'd recognize that car anywhere. Did your mom ask you to drop it off today?
It's not hers anymore.
Oh, my. How exciting. Well, don't worry. We'll keep taking good care of her, just like we always did for Mom.
Oh, you just do what you do. Mom says if I take it to y'all for maintenance, I'll hardly ever have to bring her in for repair.
For maintenance and repair on your vehicle, trust Holler Automotive in Vienna. Oil change, batteries, tires, and repairs. Holler Automotive, 908 Highway 63 South in Vienna. Fast lane towing also available. 573-578-2233.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, all the seasons bring havoc to your homes, sidewalks, and driveways. Bring life back into your projects with Big Johnson Power Washing. They do commercial and residential. Let the experts do the work for you. Call Big Johnson Power Washing. They're mobile, they can go anywhere, and they bring their own water. There is literally no job too big or too small. They're fully insured, and they pride themselves in making sure their customers are completely happy. So don't trust your home and things to just anyone to clean up. Call the pros, and they do give free estimates. Big Johnson Power Washing, 417-533-2010. That's 417-533-2010. Big Johnson Power Washing, proud supporter of the Plato Eagles. Go Eagles!
And back once again from break here as we are at the Lakeway High School Gymnasium. Just about to get started, our final game of the week, but what a ball game it's going to be. The Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship is going to see the Crocker Lady Lions taking on the Iberia Lady Rangers. Connor Harvard here with you tonight. This one, well, it's going to be a very fun matchup here. Two teams that are really harboring state championship dreams. Of course, at this point, you really gotta take care of business first here tonight, though. As we get our starting lineups, of course, here in Lakeway, we will alternate those starters, so we'll kind of just follow right alongside them here. But I think our starting lineups, at least looking down on the floor, you're going to see pretty much the same starting lineups these two teams have fielded all week long. So we see first one out on the floor there for the Iberia Lady Rangers. That will be your point guard in Tressie Brown. Emma Ruth will get the call here once more for Crocker. Back over to Iberia now. Aislinn Bauer, we've talked about her shooting. That's been key to Iberia's tournament run. She will get the start here tonight. How about Sarah Dean? She'll also be in the starting lineup here tonight once more. Kind of a solid player on both sides of the floor for Crocker. Then you'll have the hot shot, Alexa Rowden. She'll be in the starting lineup here for Iberia. Again, 3-pointers have been falling for her here in this tournament. You'll have the aggressive Megan Campisi. Gets it done. Offense, defense, kind of does it all once more here for the Lady Lions. She will be in the starting lineup. And then you'll have your two post players for Iberia. The first one of which, that'll be Elaney Halley. Elena Foster, 3 threes in the first half against Stoutland. She will be in your starting lineup. You'll have Kay Humphrey as well for the Lady Rangers. And finally, how about Crocker? They'll round out their starting lineup here with Ashlyn Worstel. Worstel, again, another player who's going to look to steal, get in on the drive, or maybe even shoot a couple threes herself. So your starting lineups once more for Iberia. You have got Brown, you've got Bauer, you've got Rowden, Halley, and Humphrey. And for the starting lineup for Crocker, you've got Ruth, Dean, Campisi, Foster, and Worstel. Connor Harbin here with you tonight, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here for this one. This one promises to be, again, I can't say it enough, an exciting contest here. Two teams with different styles. Crocker, really kind of the full court team. Iberia, they like to play in the half court. Both teams have found very much a whole lot of success here with their two styles. We'll see which kind of style prevails here today. Of course, Crocker coached by Rich Mueller. Iberia coached by Mike Austin. Two very well-respected coaches as we get going here with Iberia. Winning the opening tip, Alexa Rowden. She's going to pass it off here. Tressie Brown. She'll come across half court to get us going here tonight. Brown pass over to the left wing. Rowden going to go for the lob here. Halley does come down with it. Block to block over to Humphrey. Humphrey shot too short, but she's there for the rebound. He puts it back up and in for two. So we quickly see Iberia. That's what they're looking to do all night long. Halley with the assist. Humphrey with the basket. We'll see how Crocker comes through. They're going to play in the half court. Elena Foster looking for three from the right wing. No, rims out, but a rebound there. Emma Ruth, one dribble. Left side layup is good. So Emma Ruth into the land of giants. She gets the rebound, gets the bucket there as well. And we're tied back up quickly here at 2 apiece. Lainey Halley with the basketball here, helping Brown get across. Again, Crocker going to guard all the way down the floor. Brown going to her right, moving back to her left, still dribbling around the center court line. Now going to pass it into the left corner over to Aislinn Bauer. Bauer coming to her right here on the wing, hands it back over to Brown. Brown guarded closely by Ruth. Over to the left wing, Bauer, looking for the lob perhaps. Now they're going to get it in, but going to be face guarded here by Dean. Dean off to Bauer. Bauer for three, no good. Rebounded here by Crocker. Crocker's got the rebound, a chance to give themselves their first lead of the game. Here's Elena Foster on the drive. Turning around to her right, going to get it on to the baseline. Over to, that'll be Campisi. Campisi back to the left wing, over to Foster, going to try her luck from three once more. Too hard. Ball popped that loose on the rebound. They'll say last touched here by Crocker. I believe it was Dean who got a hand on that one, so it will be Iberia basketball. Two teams we've seen several times, even before this tournament. Of course, Crocker, last time we saw him in the regular season, it was that loss to Stoutland. Lady Lions did get their win back, though. Second round or semifinals of this district tournament. Rowden going to pass it off here to Brown. Brown into the middle of the lane. Off the backboard for Humphrey. It's good. Okay, Humphrey back-to-back buckets here to start this one, and it's going to be 4-2. Back quickly, though, comes Crocker. Elena Foster in the left corner, now to the elbow. Outside to Dean. Dean going to put the ball on the floor. Going through, middle of the lane, the right-hand runner. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Humphrey. So again, Iberia, their hot starts have been really key to this tournament run. Right now, leading 4-2. We'll see if they can extend it right here. Extend that lead. First time, past a couple buckets. Here's a ball blocked. Jump ball is going to be called. That's an arrow pointing over toward Crocker. Alexa Rowden driving left baseline, but it was Dean who got a hand on it. Brought her back down for the jump ball call. 2 minutes gone by in this first. Coming up the sideline here is going to be Ruth. Ruth stopping right wing over to Foster. Ruth moving through. Here's a wing-to-wing pass over to Worstel. Worstel, ball on the floor here, drives into Halley. Whistle, foul called with the body. Going to be a foul here called against Halley. That's also key here. Halley, Humphrey, they're going to see a lot of drives heading right toward them. They are prone to foul trouble. We saw both of them foul out in the game against Lakeway. Fortunately, though, for Iberia, the game was pretty much done and over by the time both of them had fouled out. Here's a ball, though, on the floor. Crocker going to throw it away. Ends up being a jump ball. And that's an arrow pointing toward the Lady Rangers. Of course, a team with no fear like Crocker. We've seen them drive into contact several times over the last few days. I don't think they're going to be scared of a little height. Alexa Rowden with the basketball, coming to her right. Still looking for her first basket of the day. Handing it off over to Brown now, dribbling on into the corner. Off to Rowden. Rowden going to look for that first three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, though, by Halley. Halley's going to turn around and put it in. 6-2 now. Crocker, they trail by 4. Pass down the floor. Stolen here by Rowden. Iberia back on the attack now as Halley looks for somebody to pass it off to here. Picks up the dribble, gets it across half court by passing on over to Brown. Brown on the wing, up top to Halley, into the opposite corner, Rowden. Rowden 0 for 1 on three-point attempts here today, but their last shot led to an offensive rebound and a score for Howley. Not even a few seconds ago. Here's the lob, but not enough air on it. Ball ends up on the floor. Out of bounds they'll go. They'll say it's going to be last touched here by Iberia, so Crocker takes over. Looking for the lob there. Had the steal. Howley did. No backside help, but the pass just wasn't where it needed to be that time round. See some students from other schools in attendance here tonight. Just kind of looking around there. Elena Foster, three-pointer, right wing, no front of the rim. Rebounded by Howley. Allie hauls in the rebound. Outlet pass on over to Tressie Brown. Brown spinning around to her right, able to get around Dean, passing it up the floor to Howley. Howley over to Rowden on the left wing. Looking to drive baseline here. Runs over Foster. Blocking foul. 2 free throws upcoming here for Alexa Rowden. So the foul's called here on Elena Foster. She'll pick up her first. Team first here in this first quarter and first half by extension. Free throws up for Rowden. No good off the back of the rim. Rowden will get a second here. 4:21 left to go in this first quarter. Second shot's up and away now. It is also no good. So Crocker going to catch a break there. Iberia 0 for 2 from the line now tonight. Here comes Ruth on the attack, going all the way to the left corner, but she throws it away. Bit out of control there was Crocker on that possession, and now we'll have a timeout taken here by Coach Mueller. So Crocker wants to talk things over here. Going to be a timeout, 30-second timeout. We will come back here in just a moment, and we'll have more basketball for you. 4:14 left to go in the first. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship, 97.9 The Source.
Richland schools are very proud of the accomplishment of their students both academically and in athletics. Richland schools take pride in the fact that they encourage their students to be honest, hardworking, dedicated individuals, and to be drug-free. Richland schools also remind you that the future of our nation rests with these children. Support our children. This message is brought to you by Richland High School.
Back here once more at the Lakeway High School Gymnasium. Hey, just a fun fact here. Last time these two teams met, it was a Crocker victory. Something to keep in mind there, but of course that a while back ago. Crocker going to jump the inbounds pass, but unable to keep it in play. Stays with Iberia on the sideline. Last time, it was a 50-44 win for the Crocker Lady Lions. So these two teams, they had a close game last time out. Can't be ignored there. Again, you've been able to safely ignore the seedings when it comes to Iberia. Well, Crocker trying to do it again this season. Here comes Lainey Howley on the drive. Right block pushes through. Layup is good. Howley's got herself another bucket here. Combination of Howley and Humphrey. That's all 8 of Iberia's points here at the moment. And they take a 6-point lead, 8-2. Officially halfway through this first quarter as Ruth keeps the dribble, passing it on over to the right side, over to Foster. Foster handing it off here. Campisi driving right baseline here. Goes underneath. Shot off the bottom of the backboard there. Not the best angle to take a shot, but here comes Crocker jumping the inbounds pass. They'll get a jump ball, but the ball staying here with Iberia. So another quick start here for the Lady Rangers, and Crocker, they've already got some answers, or questions to answer, I should say, as it pertains to Howley and Humphrey. Tressie Brown dribbling up the sideline here, now cutting back toward the middle. Gonna have that ball jump, though. Megan Campisi picks up the steal. She's got an open layup. Left side, bucket in the foul. Tressie Brown trying to play catch-up. She'll pick up the foul. And Campisi's officially on the board with her first basket of the day. A nice move there by Campisi to jump Tressie Brown there. Had her back turned to the defense. Emma Ruth on the coverage. Campisi able to get in there and cleanly knocked that one away. Campisi sinks the free throw. Our lead's back to 3 now. It's 8-5. Here's Rowden moving up the sideline here. Actually sneaks around the Crocker press. Going to go into the right block. Lays a layup high off the glass. Rebound there for Humphrey. Whistle and a foul. Going to be charged here against Humphrey. They'll say she caught too much from behind there. The push. Humphrey picks up her first personal second team foul. Or should I say third team foul. Of course, the foul on Tressie Brown just before that. Brown with a foul, Howley with a foul, Humphrey with a foul here for Iberia. The one foul for Crocker, that being on Elena Foster. Crocker, though, going to throw it away there, trying to get it into the low post. Dean on the block there. Campisi on the wing. Too much on the bounce pass. Goes right on by. Brown takes the inbounds pass, moving toward the right sideline, back toward the middle. She passed it off to Rowden. She'll be the one to break the pressure. Rowden now going to pick the ball up here in the corner, in a little bit of trouble, but finds Brown open further down the floor. Couple dribbles up top. Here Bauer once again. Bauer back over to Brown, but that ball's thrown into the backcourt, and that's going to be an over and back ball back to the Lady Lions. Crocker playing a man-to-man defense, but they're not afraid to come out and extend that. As we saw there, Iberia really unable to advance the ball much past the volleyball line before eventually going into the backcourt. Here's Megan Campisi, right corner, guarded by Brown. Iberia, meanwhile, they're playing a 2-3 zone tonight with Humphrey in the middle. Here comes Campisi, left-hand runner, shot block, trying to get her own rebound there, trying to save it, throws it off the hand of Humphrey, and it stays here with Crocker. I believe that ball would have been out of bounds on Iberia anyway, but Campisi, always the go-getter, saves that basketball by throwing it off the hand of Humphrey anyway. Dean to inbound here from the baseline, goes into Warstell. Pump fake, top of the key, back to Foster. Again, Crocker trailing here by 3, 2 minutes left to go. Ruth driving baseline, dumps it off. Here, the shot, no good for Dean. And Howley's got the rebound. Brown spinning back to her left here, guarded by Ruth. Over to Howley. Howley now picking up the dribble. Bounce pass down the sideline. Finds Brown. Brown kicking off to the corner. Over to Rowden. Rowden, top of the key here. Bauer setting up for 3. Does she have it? Yes, she does. Aislinn Bauer, good for 3, and the lead's again 6, 11-5. Ruth coming down the floor here. Kicks it over to Foster. Foster trying to match for the 3 of her own. Yes! Foster's first 3 of the game. And we're right back to 3. It's 11-8. 90 seconds left to go here in this quarter. Here's Brown coming down the left side of the floor, throwing it over to Howley. Howley going to dribble it to the right wing, looking to go all the way in. Offensive foul charge here to Iberia. And we've got our official here who likes to let us know on the charge, as that's going to be a call against. They signal Humphrey there. Yes, it's going to be on Humphrey. They called it on Humphrey, so that's an off-ball foul. But Howley's going to be the one who comes out of the game anyway. I don't think they knew that call was not against Howley. But Howley is out of the ball game, and for the first time tonight, we see Ayla Russell. We've got an official tonight. We've seen him this season. He likes to call those off-ball fouls. Here comes Emma Ruth here onto the block, outside to Foster in the corner. No, a little bit too far here. Who's got the rebound? Russell does. She lost control of it, but Brown's there to pick it up and save the ball for Iberia. 48 seconds left to go here in this quarter here. Brown under all kinds of problems. Has to throw it down the sideline. That ball bounces out of bounds, and Crocker takes it back. So actually, I think we're going to get an official timeout here, or we're going to get a scorer's timeout, as I think we're checking who got that foul earlier. Again, thought it would be on Howley. It ended up being on Humphrey is what they called it. But now we're going to call the official over there. Then they're going to change it to Howley. That's who I thought it was on the first. At first. Again, I wasn't watching Humphrey, so I kind of just went with it. But they're going to call Howley for what was a push-off. So, Howley's going to have her second here. Humphrey back to just 1 foul. Ruth standing on the right wing, coming to her left. Crocker trailing by 3. It's 11-8. Now going to take some orders from Coach Mueller on the sideline. So Ruth brings it top of the key, passing it on over to Warstell. Over to Dean now. Dean looking to penetrate there. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say, that ball was off of the leg of Dean, but they're going to call it over to Iberia. They're going to say it's off of Iberia. Our official's going to talk it over, and they're going to switch it back the other way. Well, it's always an interesting time, especially under these championship games where everybody's under just a little bit more pressure. But Iberia does take the ball back here. 18 seconds left to go. Here's the ball stolen, though, by Campisi. Ball loose on the floor here. Iberia trying to save it. No, it's out of bounds. And Crocker takes it on back. Campisi knocked it away. Ball rolled out. And so Crocker now maybe gets the final chance here. This ball's been ping-ponging back and forth here in the last 45 seconds or so. Dean going to inbound it here to Worstell. Standing in the left corner. Up top, back to Dean. Up top to Ruth. 5 seconds left to go here. Going to need to do something with it here. Foster for three for the tie. No, too far. Iberia on the rebound. That'll be the end of the first quarter of play. So after one, Iberia, they hold a 3-point lead over Crocker. Back-to-back threes ending the quarter here, but we'll take 60 seconds. We'll come right back. Again, Iberia 11, Crocker 8. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship, 97.9 The Source.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Start of the second quarter here in Lakeway. Crocker, they trail by 3. Iberia, they lead the way at the moment here as Crocker takes it in the corner. Maddie Kofelt under a double team, though. Trying to rip it away, trying to pass it on over here. Iberia gets the steal, but they dribble it out of bounds. Crocker going to catch a break as we start it back up with the second quarter. So Iberia 11, Crocker 8. Lady Lions inbound from the baseline here. Ball goes into Worstell. Worstell, one dribble up top here. Maddie Kofelt for 3. Does she have it? Off the backboard, no good. Ball ends up loose, though, on the floor. Picked up by Bauer. Bauer double teamed here. Has it stripped. Picked up by Worstell. Worstell able to get it on over to Ruth here. So the Lady Lions again take control. Ruth kicking it off over to Kofelt. Going to try for 3 again. Off the backboard and in. We're tied back up at 11. Kofelt got it off the backboard. 30 seconds into our second quarter. We're tied up. It's 11-all. Lainey Halley, top of the key here, guarded by Campisi, trying to zip a pass inside here. Out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Humphrey. Crocker takes it back. So for the first time in a while here, Iberia's facing a little bit of second quarter adversity. Ball game's still very much tied. But remember their games against Newburgh and Lakeway. They had double-digit leads around this time. We'll see how they respond here to pressure. We'll see if Crocker, though, can take their first lead of the game here on this possession. Worstell going to hand it off Campisi. Campisi on over to, that'll be over to Ruth. Ruth dribbling around the traffic there, getting it into the right block. Dish it off to Kofelt. Kofelt off to Dean. Dean for 3. No, off the rim. Rebounded by Halley. Halley going to send one up the sideline, or should I say send it out of bounds. Simply throwing it away there. Unforced error. And again, Crocker takes it on back. So Iberia a little bit of trouble right now getting it beyond their own side of the floor, or should I say the Crocker side of the floor. As the Lady Lions get another crack at taking this lead. Here comes Campisi. Baseline. Spins back around to her left. Can throw it into the corner here. On over to Worstell. Gnawing on to Roof. Roof into the corner. Kofelt looking for another 3. That one's too far. Rebounded by Halley. Halley's got the board here. Throws it up the sideline over to Russell. How about Bauer? Bauer on back to Halley now. She brings it up top of the key. Over to the left wing, Rowden. Rowden stops on the wing. Going to go for the lob to Halley. Halley comes down with it. Ball's knocked away by Worstell, but the foul's called. Halley heading to the line for 2. So Iberia a chance to retake the lead here. That foul's again on Worstell, her first. Halley at the line for the first time tonight. She's got 4 points here in this one. First free throw is good, and Iberia leads 12-11. Make that 5 tonight for Halley. As she takes number 2. That one got the friendly hop off the back of the rim. Falls through. And it's 13-11 now in favor of the Lady Rangers. 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Sporstill checks out of the ball game here. Looks like Elena Foster checks back in. Foster coming to her left, top of the key, Dean. Into the corner here, Caulfield. Foster, now Dean, now left wing, Ruth. Ruth going to take the three over Hallie. No, too far. And this time on the rebound, going to be Humphrey. Humphrey trying to pass it to the left-hand side here. Bauer, a little bit of trouble bringing it in, but eventually does. Here's Rowden now on the left sideline, going across the court over to Bauer. Bauer setting up for three. Got it! 5-point advantage now here for Iberia. Bauer's second three of the game. She's got 6. She leads all scores here, actually. Tied for leading score with Hallie. Both of them do it in different ways. Here comes Dean attacking the basket. Right-hand layup under, no, too much. And Hallie's got another rebound. Bauer here under some pressure. Spinning around to her left, trying to find Brown. Going to try to hand it off. She does. Here comes the lob into Hallie. Hallie open space, puts it in for another 2. It's a 7-0 run for Iberia, and it's a timeout taken here by Crocker. So a 7-0 run here for the Lady Rangers. Coach Mueller going to talk things over once more. 18-11 our score with 5:05 left to go. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Basketball Championship right here, 97.9 The Source.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Or come see me, John Gregory, in Crocker.
Students come and students go. Some start at the elementary level and continue in the same district until graduation. Others move in, some move out for a variety of reasons, but usually it's the parent's job that facilitates a family's move. Whatever the reason, the Iberia School District welcomes all students. At Iberia, students get the best possible education from a staff of dedicated teachers, coaches, and an administration that cares about the product they send out every May at graduation. Whether it's continuing their education, the military, or the 9-to-5 world, the Iberia School District is proud of their Rangers and Lady Rangers.
Coming out of the Crocker timeout, a 7-0 run for Iberia. Has them leading by 7. This ball game was tied at 11 just about a minute ago. But Iberia once again cracking the code of this Crocker defense. They lead 18-11. 5:04 left to go in the half. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Crocker in the half court here. Ruth, top of the key, over to Campisi on the wing. Back up top, once more to Ruth. Ruth looking to drive in, steps through, travel with it, and it's ball back to the Lady Rangers. So Rowden inbounds it here to Brown, gives it right on back to Rowden. Rowden picking up the dribble here, needs some help, on over to Brown. Brown coming back to her right. Screen set by Rowden as Brown comes across, lob pass into Hallie. Hallie comes down with it, shot too short, gets her own rebound, gets the bucket and the foul. It's real simple for Iberia. Come down the floor, immediately look for the lob, and let Hallie do the work. She's already into double digits now. She's got 10, including 6 in the quarter. That's a foul on Maddie Caulfield. Number 1 on her. As Hallie misses the free throw. Here's a rebound. They're going to call a foul on Humphrey. So a 9-point Iberia lead now. And a 9-0 run. Fouls on Humphrey. That'll be her second. Remember, we switched that foul earlier. Official gave us the wrong signal and then eventually switched it on back after the quarter. So Ruth comes over to the left side of the floor here, dribbling up to the wing. Ruth sends it on to the corner. Dean, wing Caulfield. Over now, Campisi. Campisi driving to the basket here. Whistle, blocking foul on the floor before the shot. That'll be the 16th foul here on Iberia. This one going to be called on Alexa Rowden, her first. So any more fouls here on Iberia, and we're shooting 1-1. It's going to be Dean on the baseline here. Going to toss it in quickly to Campisi. Campisi sends it to the corner here. Ruth moving to her right across the middle of the lane. Off to Caulfield looking for 3. No, too short. On the rebound here, Crocker getting in there. We'll have a jump ball. That's going to give the Lady Rangers the ball back here. We almost had a similar situation to what we had in the boys game. Humphrey throwing Dean off of the ball there. Trying to rip it away. Inbounds pass, knocked loose by Crocker, but out of bounds, staying with Iberia. Of course, Eugene picking up a technical yesterday in that same situation. Of course, different crew here tonight. Different crews see things differently. Just got to watch yourself on those situations. Can't do it too forcefully. Jesse Brown this time going to take the inbounds pass. We're halfway through this second quarter. Brown coming up the sideline here. Immediate lob. Howie's got it. Howie's got the bucket. Yep, that's basically what they're going to do. And it's going to be up to Crocker to figure it out. No tricks. Just go. Here's a foul on the floor here. Campisi shooting 1-1. If they can't figure it out, Iberia is literally going to print points. And they're all going to come from Lainey Howley. Foul's going to be on. Who is that on? That's going to be on Kay Humphrey. That'll be her third. As Campisi stands at the line, shooting 1-1. Free throws up. Free throws no good. Of course, here for Crocker, with the opportunity of being in the bonus. You can't miss these. You need every point you can get. Second free throw. That one is good. Campisi's got her first point of the quarter. And that brings the lead back to 10, 22-12. Brown over to Howley. Howley across right side of the floor. Bringing it to the block here. Might have traveled with it. That'll be the call. Lost a dribble on her way up. Took an extra step. Ball back over to Crocker now. A chance to bring this lead back to single digits. 3:40 left to go in the half now. Here comes Campisi down the middle of the floor. Campisi, 4 points tonight. Campisi driving. Layup. Off the rim, no good. Brought in by Howley. Here comes Brown down the floor. Able to get around Worstel. Into the corner now. On over to Rowden. Rowden bringing it back to her right here. Ball stripped by Campisi on the floor. And we're going to call a jump ball. That arrow goes toward Crocker. Substitution here for Crocker. Emma Ruth checking in. She replaces Kofelt. 22-12 now. It is a 11-1 run. Was an 11-0 run, but the free throw by Crocker. At least getting them on the board here. Worstel driving to her left, handing it off to Ruth. Ruth going over to the right wing here. Dean. Ball on the floor, getting around Rowden, but sends it back out to the wing. Here comes Worstel inside the three-point line. Picks up the dribble here, a little bit of traffic, but eventually hands it off to Campisi. Campisi driving middle of the lane. Over to Foster for three. The open three. Got it! Elena Foster got herself another three. That's her second three of the game. Pressure off the inbounds pass. Brown has it. Back over to, that's actually going to be Carly Carmack who checked in. Under some pressure here. Throws it up the floor. Over to, that's Bauer who comes across. Lainey Howley out of the ball game right now, as well as Kay Humphrey. To the left wing, over to Rowden. Rowden to Bauer. Bauer over to Carmack. And either Howley or Humphrey in the game at the moment. Here's a right-hand runner. Off the rim. Got the friendly hop. It falls. Jessie Brown's got the basket. Her first two of the game. 24-15. Campisi driving in there. Missed the shot. Gets her own rebound. Trying to send it on out to the corner here. Foster. No, it's going to be last touched by Iberia. It is Lady Lion basketball. So here comes Howley back in the game now. After a quick rest. Replacing Russell. Remember, Iberia about 8 deep. Not the deepest bench in the world. Well, they've got some players who can check in. Here's a travel call against Ruth. Pass the ball back to the Lady Rangers. 2:05 now to go in the first half. 9-point advantage. Bauer dribbling to her right, guarded by Foster. Cutting back to her left, able to come across. Screen set by Rowden, but Foster makes her way through it. Pass going to Rowden now in the corner, guarded by Campisi. Pass across the lane, over to Brown. Brown going to throw up another right-hand runner. She got that one to fall. Brown back-to-back runners now. And again, the inside game opens up the outside game. We're back to 11, 26-15. Brown with a lot more room to work. Here's Foster looking for her third three. Got it! Another three here for Foster. Remember, 3 threes in the first half against Stowland. Well, she's got 3 in the first half against Iberia. It's back to 8 now, 26-18. Bauer up the left side, handing it off over to Rowden. Back over to Brown. Excuse me, that's going to be Bauer with it. Trying to hand it off back to Rowden. Here comes the lob. Allie has it. 2 players in front of her here. Fights her way through. Shot no good. Missed. Rebounded by Campisi. Campisi, right side, going to go coast to coast with it. Underhanded layup. No good. But she is fouled. She's heading the line for 2. The Crocker, a chance to put it back to maybe 6 now from the lines. That foul's called on Alexa Rowden. Number 2 on her. Again, as we see Iberia starting to rack up fouls, that bench becomes more and more important. Again, Humphrey with 3 currently on the bench. Allie currently sitting with 2. Alexa Rowden now with 2. Campisi does sink free throw number 1. You might need some solid efforts here tonight from players like Carmack and Russell and perhaps even Kinley Seal, who we've not seen yet this tournament. We'll see. Of course, still plenty of basketball. Campisi hits free throw number 2. 3 for 4 for the line in this quarter. 4 for 5 tonight. She's got 26. Well, she's got it back to a 6-point ballgame. 26-20. Brown going to her right. Foul called against Crocker now. Emma Ruth caught too much of the body there. She'll pick up her first personal, 4th team foul. We're under a minute to go now in this second quarter. We inbound from the sideline. It's going to be Carmack to inbound. Able to find Rowden. Rowden going to look for the lob. Does she have enough height on it? She did. Hallie has it. Hallie scores. Hallie now with 10 points in this quarter. She's got 14. 28-20. Ruth handing it off here, up and around. On over to Dean for 3. That's off the back of the rim. High board. Hallie brings it in, but she's going to be fouled. Second foul called here on Emma Ruth, coming up from behind. And Iberia can bring it back to double digits just before the end of the half here. 35.5 seconds left to go. Brown moving toward his right. Screen set by Rowden. Brown comes across. Going to pass it over to the right wing here. Bauer thought about the 3 instead. Goes in for the lob. Hallie has it. Bucket in the foul. Crocker, again, a team with not a whole lot of size. They're just getting punished over and over and over again. That foul going to be called here on the newly checked in Brooklyn Newman, who picks up her first. As Hallie puts up the free throw, it's good. 11-point ball game once more, 31-20. Hallie now 3 for 3 from the line here. Iberia comes up with a steal. And might they get another basket before the end of the half? Hallie passed on the floor here. Rowden going to be picked up by Dean. Stops. Back up top of the key over to Hallie. Hallie coming to the right wing house. 5 seconds left to go in the half. Brown driving to the left side. Over to Bauer. Bauer just going to take the 3. She got it just before the end of the half. It's a 14-point lead here at the break. So Bauer's 3rd 3 of the half. This one I don't even think she meant to take. Just kind of an awkward motion there. Got it to fall, and that's the most important thing. She's giving the Lady Rangers a 14-point lead. 34-20 our score as we head on in. We'll take ourselves a few minutes. We'll go over the books, and we'll come on back. We'll get you going for the second half in this one. But, again, Iberia 34, Crocker 20. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Championship, 97.9 The Source.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Your car is still the one. You love everything about her, except for that. From when Ben dropped his milkshake, and that. From when you tried to transport that sharp thing. And that. That's always in the air thanks to your shotgun rider, Earl. Luckily, we can fix that.
Reeves Auto Upholstery, serving both Lebanon and Richland with decades of experience. There's no job too big or too small, because they've seen it all.
Town & Country Supermarket is proud of the products and services and savings they offer their friends and families, like eClub. Sign up today and keep up to date on special promotions and events. Log on to tcmarkets.com and find every store's weekly ads right at your fingertips. Print off coupons to save even more money. Check them out on Facebook. Browse recipes too. Town & Country Supermarket is proud of the area youth and proud to be a part of their communities.
It truly takes a lot to make a public school good, but Stoutland School is working on not just making it good, but making it great. They've implemented many things at the best interest of each and every student, like a 4-day school week, as well as making ongoing improvements to enhance the safety and security of each student, such as a single point of entry, security resource officers on hand. They have also implemented new programs to provide more opportunities for their students, such as accelerated courses and dual credits, just to name a few. So when you are looking at a public school, don't just appeal to the good, look for the great and partner with them to be a more viable part of your community. Stoutland School is just that, a great school. Good luck, Tigers. We are proud of you.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
TC's Junk Fest at the barn at Honeysuckle Farms in Iberia is coming May 19th and 20th from noon until 6 on Friday and 9 until 3 on Saturday. This is a can't-miss event with close to 100 vendors from all corners of the state. Vintage, antiques, farmhouse, handmade, boutiques, shabby chic, artisans, and more. Plus lots of door prizes, goodie bags for the first 30 shoppers, and t-shirts too. It's a weekend full of fun and memories. TC's Junk Fest at the barn at Honeysuckle Farms, 41 Tavern Creek Road in Iberia, May 19th and 20th. We'll see you at the barn.
Trust Husqvarna to handle the toughest jobs around your household. No matter the size of your yard or farm, S&D Feed and Small Engine Repair along with Husqvarna have you covered. When it comes to lawn care, they have the feed and seed to grow your lawn or farm, and the mowers, chainsaws, and weed eaters to keep your property looking its best. Visit S&D Feed and Small Engine Repair on West 4th Street in Dixon. Remember S&D, solutions for agri-need.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for home sweet home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20. Red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the bootio. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
Hi, I'm Jim Anthony, and if you're in Laclede or Dallas County, I've got you covered.
Back here once more. We are at halftime here in this girls' championship game, Class 2 District 9. And at the moment, well, the Iberia Lady Rangers, they've got themselves a 14-point lead. Looking real nice for Iberia in this matchup between two of our Frisco Lee schools. 34-20 our score. 5 minutes left to go in this halftime period. Connor Harbin here with you. 97-9 the source as we take a look at your individual numbers here. First and foremost for Crocker, a 12-point quarter after picking up 8 in the first quarter. Leading the way for him right now, 9 points for Elena Foster. 3 threes in the first half against Stowland. She's done it again here tonight. 3 threes to lead the way here for the Lady Lions. We'll see if she can keep it up into the second half. Remember, Foster kind of fell off in the game against Stowland. Didn't really need her outscoring or her scoring in the second half, but she can keep making those threes. It's something desperately needed right now for Crocker. Other scores, Megan Campisi has 6, only 1 from the field, only 1 shot from the field here tonight. Campisi definitely kind of struggling to get things going here for herself. Maddie Kofelt, she's got 3, and Emma Ruth has 2 points again, 20 points at the half for the Lady Lions. Now you take a look at the Lady Rangers. Well, we've talked about it all through the half. It's a very simple strategy. Get it across the floor, beat the Crocker full court press, and then let Lainey Halley go to work on the right block. Currently, she has got 17 points here in this one. 3 for 3 from the line, but 7 out of, I gotta say, 7 about 9 from the field here at the moment. So Halley definitely showing everybody what she can do. Of course, a 6'1 senior really leading the way. You have 3 other scores. Aislinn Bauer, how about her? 3 threes also in that first half for Bauer, so she's currently got 9 here tonight. Definitely a nice little compliment two Howie's work on the inside. Then you have 4 points apiece for both Kay Humphrey and Tressie Brown as well. Brown, a couple of right-hand runners on the baseline, and of course Kay Humphrey, very similar to Hallie, working on the blocks, but having to spend a little bit of time out of the ball game in some foul trouble. So right now, Iberia, they're in the driver's seat. They've got to finish though. We'll see what they kind of do out of the locker rooms. I'm sure, of course, Crocker, well-coached team. Rich Mueller, definitely a well-respected coach in the area. I'm sure he's going to be making any kind of half-court adjustments to try to take these blocks away. Of course, it's going to be a little bit easier said than done when you face a 6'1 player on the block, but we'll see what Crocker has planned when we come out of the locker rooms. So, Iberia out on the floor. Crocker still yet to make their way out. We'll take one more timeout. When we come back, it's time for the second half. We'll see. Is it Iberia? Are they going to maintain their lead en route to a district championship? Or will the Crocker Lady Lions have themselves a comeback in them here tonight to bring it back and claim at least one of their two chances at a district championship? Back in a few minutes, you're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship. It's 97.9 The Source.
New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
If you're looking for a great career with great benefits, now is the time. The Newburgh R2 School District has great career opportunities for you. Newburgh School District is now hiring substitute teachers, bus drivers, and custodians. You are invited to become part of the Newburgh School District Wolfpack. Apply online at newburgh.k12.mo.us or call 573-762-9653. Newburgh R2 School District, 701 Wolf Pride Drive.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
About to get going here with our second half of action. Again, Iberia, they hold a 14-point lead over the Crocker Lady Lions. Definitely running away with that second quarter, outscoring the Lady Lions. Can't count here. 23-12. Thanks largely in parts due to the effort of Lainey Hallie. Again, Hallie, 13 points in that second quarter. She has currently got 17 total. So we'll see what happens here. Again, Hallie and Humphrey both will be back into the ball game. Humphrey with 3 fouls, Hallie with 2 fouls. We'll see how Crocker really looks to adjust and take away this post game. Easier said than done, but you got to do something here. You cannot let Iberia continue to just pour in baskets on the offensive side of the floor. So we get going here, and immediately it's an over and back call against Iberia. Bit of a mental breakdown there, as Brown caught it in the forecourt, or whatever you want to call it, and then dribbled backwards there. Kind of a brain fart to start off the half, but here we go. Crocker essentially going to start with the ball in this half then. Melina Foster off to the top of the key. Here's Root to the right elbow. Out to the wing. Up top here, Foster looking for 3. She got it! So Elena Foster, her 4th 3 of the game. Make that 12 for her. We'll see. She's a huge part of why Crocker is really even still kind of in this one. Leads back to 11 here, 34-23. Iberia bringing the ball to the wing. Here is Rowden looking for the lob. Instead, going to go to the right elbow. Humphrey, one dribble, gets it back outside. Whistle, a foul across the arm. Going to be charged here to the Lady Lions. Emma Ruth going to pick up the foul here. That'll be number 3 on her. Again, Ruth always a little prone to foul trouble, always looking for that steal. Top of the key, pass going to Rowden. Rowden across the court, over to Brown. Brown, right-hand runner. She's already got 2 of them. Make that 3 of them. Brown now has 6. Back to 13 we go, 36-23. Here comes Ruth on the attack. Swings it over to the left corner here. Foster looking for a 5th 3. Yes, it's in! Foster, back-to-back 3s to kick off this half. Back to 10 now, 36-26. Foster now with 15 points. Here's a ball almost thrown away, but Brown there to haul it in. Coming up the sideline here, followed by Ruth. Going to bring it over to the left wing now. Spinning around to her left. Humphrey on the left block. Here is Aislinn Bauer with the basketball. She's got 9 tonight. Over to Rowden now. Working high-low are the 2 Iberia bigs. Here is Bauer throwing it in. Hallie off to Humphrey. 1 dribble out to the right wing. Rowden for 3. Got it! Another 3. Well, another 3 here for Iberia, I should say. First of the game for Rowden. And it's back to 13, 39-26. Outside opens inside. Here's a 6-3 for Foster. Yes! Back-to-back-to-back 3s for Elena Foster. Keep feeding her the basketball. She's got 18. 29 points for Crocker, 39 for Iberia. Still not enough, though. They're still trailing by 10. Iberia still a safe, comfy lead here at this moment in time. Allie over to the left side here. Rowden with it. Rowden has it stripped away, picked up by Campisi. Rowden trying to chase down here. Campisi. Her shot's blocked away by Rowden. Iberia's got the rebound. Brown able to pick up the rebound as she throws it up the floor over to Rowden. Rowden, though, has it stripped away. Crocker back on the attack. Here comes Ruth now. Ruth trying to go through. A whistle, though, and a foul on the other side of the floor. I think Crocker would have liked the layup instead. That foul was around the half-court line. But it's a foul picked up by Alexa Rowden. That'll be Rowden's 3rd. Again, I think Crocker would have liked maybe the points, but they got the foul instead. Is what it is. Sometimes them's the breaks. As Rowden does pick up her 3rd. Emma Ruth kind of come up to the top of the key. Got to watch for Elena Foster if you're Iberia at the moment. Ruth in some trouble, finds Foster. Foster on the drive. She's got the layup. 20 points for Elena Foster. And we're back to single digits. It's 39-31. Scoring fast and furious out of the break. Already 11 points for Crocker in this quarter. And we still have 5.5 left to go. Here's the lob into Hallie, but the pass a little bit too much on it. She comes down with it, fights through, trying to take the charge with Crocker. No good. Hallie misses the first shot. She has the rebound. She'll find the putback for 2. Hallie now with 19 tonight. 41-31. The thing about Hallie is even if she misses that first shot, you still have to contend with her going up for that rebound. Here comes Ruth. Top of the key, Dean. Right side, Worstel for 3. That one's going to be too far to the right. On the rebound, that's Hallie. Off to Rowden, back to Bauer. Bauer across on the left sideline. Cutting back to her right, screen set by Rowden. Now going to float one up for Brown. Here comes Brown into the right wing, picks up the dribble, back up top over to Bauer. Bauer on over to Humphrey now, coming to her right, stops on the top of the key, guarded by Foster. Back on over to Rowden now. By the way, Crocker still man-to-man defense, but not afraid to come out beyond that 3-point line. Brown spinning to her right here. Over to Rowden, open 3, no, too far to the right, but a long rebound, and it's brought in by Bauer. Iberia keeps control of that basketball here as Bauer spins to her left, bounce pass up the sideline, over to Brown. 4:12 left to go here in this first quarter. Crocker winning this quarter 11-7, but they have to do more than that. Here's Humphrey, right wing. Back up top here to Bauer. Iberia very patient with the basketball right now, not trying to force any issue. Here comes the lob, though. 3 players in on Hallie. Hallie throws up the shot way too high. Might have lost her balance there. Ball's coming back with Crocker. Usually much more secure with that, but I think something important to note there, Crocker, 3 players on Hallie on the block, and still had the catch and shoot. This is a challenge you face. Sarah Dean kicks it off Ruth. Ruth driving in on Humphrey. Whistle, foul with the body, and that's going to be number 4 on Humphrey. Humphrey going to pick up number 4 here, and that's most likely going to take her out of the ball game for the time being. That's team foul number 2 here on Iberia. Ayla Russell already set here as we're shooting 2. Emma Ruth at the line. Maddie Kofelt will also be checking in here as Ruth puts the first free throw up and in. Ruth tonight, 3 points. We're back to 9. Russell checking in again. Humphrey will most likely see her sometime in the fourth quarter. Ashlyn Worstel checking out for Crocker as Ruth misses the second. Rebounded by Rowden. So it stays 9 here. Pass down the floor. Russell, nobody in front of her. Stops on the free throw line. Over to the right wing. Over to Bauer now. Bauer over to Hallie. Hallie on to Rowden. Up top over to Brown. Brown dribbling to her right here. Has it stripped by Ruth. Out of bounds it goes. We'll say last touch by Ruth, though. So it is going to stay here with Iberia. This quarter has been nothing short of intense. That's the way I like it. 41-32. Iberia doing their thing. Crocker doing their thing. This is just a good way to end the tournament. Bauer inside to Hallie. Hallie off to the right elbow. Russell, the jump shot from left side of the rim. Rebound is there, though, for Brown. Brown over to Rowden. Now to Bauer. Bauer going to take the three. It's a contested three. Back of the rim, but another offensive rebound here for Iberia. This time it's Brown who comes up with it. Brown off to Rowden. Does she have three? This time, no, that's too far. And then finally, Crocker's got themselves a rebound. It was on target left to right, just a little bit too far on it. Here's a ball lost out of bounds. We'll say last touch by Rowden. Crocker will take control on the sideline. Before we get to it, though, we're going to have a full timeout. Taken here by Coach Austin and the Lady Rangers. 2:53 left to go here in this third quarter. It's a 9-point Iberia advantage. 41-32 our score. Back in 60, you're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship. It's 97.9 The Source.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
At Phelps Health Heart and Vascular Center, we're here to keep your heart healthy. Preventing, detecting, and caring for conditions like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, chest pain, and shortness of breath, the Phelps Health Heart and Vascular Center offers innovative care and cutting-edge technology designed to produce the best possible health outcomes for you and your loved ones. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more. Phelps Health, your health, our mission.
Out of the Iberia timeout, 2:53 here in this third quarter. 41-32, the Lady Lions, they lead by 9 over Iberia. And by that, I mean Iberia leads over Crocker. Apologies, Lady Rangers out in front. But Crocker does control the basketball. Ruth on over to Maddie Kofeld, driving to her left. Free throw line, Soraya Dean on the jumper. Nothing but net, back to 7. Sarah Dean, her first 2 points of the game. Comes on the free throw line jumper here as Bauer sends it over to the left side here. Over to SC Brown. Hunter Harbor here with you, 97.9. Here's the lob, left block. Hallie working on 2. Back out to the right wing. Bauer for 3. No, front of the rim. Who's got the rebound? Ruth has it. Ruth pushing it down the floor here. Being chased down by Rowden. Right side layup is good off the rim. We're back to 5. It's 41-36. Ruth now with 5 tonight. Here's a whistle. Foul up the floor here, and that's going to be number 4 picked up by Ruth. So again, Ruth, who likes to try to swat that ball away. She's going to pick up her 4th foul, and we'll see what Coach Mueller does. That'll be the sub. That's going to be Ashton Worstel checking in. So Rowden to check it in from the baseline here. Toss it in over to Brown. Brown to Rowden, back to Brown. Brown moving toward her left. Right-handed dribble. Worstel trying to take a crack at it, but Brown going to switch back the other way. Screen set by Rowden. Crocker switching on the switch. Now they switch back. Here's a pass inside. Hallie on the right block, trying to go around Dean. She does. Shot up too short. Gets her own rebound. Second try. That one's too short. Crocker's got the rebound, and it's a foul charge to Iberia. For this ball game, the momentum, it's changing back the other way a little bit here. That foul's on Lainey Hallie. She picks up number 3. Remember, Humphrey already out of the game with 4 fouls. But Hallie going to be left in there for the time being. Of course, 3 fouls, not a deal breaker just yet. Just has to be very careful. Lena Foster thought about the 3, already has a few of them here in this ball game. How about 6 of them? Here's Maddie Kofeld on the right wing. To the corner, over to Worstel, Back to Kofeld. Kofeld on to Foster. Foster going to her right, off to Worstel. Worstel for 3. No, left side of the rim. Caught a piece of the backboard, picked up by Brown. Brown, though, going to wait for everybody to go by before she gives it on back over to Hallie. Hallie up the right sideline, throws it down the floor, on over to Bauer. 5 points of difference between these two teams, 41-36. Crocker, they've definitely had the better of Iberia here in this quarter. Lob goes into Hallie. Hallie double-teamed on the block. Back up top of the key to Rowden. Now over to Bauer. Bauer for three from the wing. That's too short. Air ball out of bounds. And that ball is over to Crocker. Remember, this was a 14-point lead at the break. It's been 16-7 in favor of the Lady Lions here in this particular quarter. Thanks largely in part due to the shooting of Elena Foster. She's got 9 of the 16 here in this quarter. Actually, make that 11 of the 16. Just 9 from outside. 49 seconds left to go in the period here. Top of the key, Megan Campisi. Campisi back on over to Foster now. Foster to the corner here. Kofeld can't bring it in. Trying to save it. Finds Worstel. Possession continues. Here comes Foster on the drive. Right-hand runner. Front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Rowden. Rowden going to find Brown on the outlet pass. Here comes Iberia now. Brown. To the right side, cut off by Campisi, picks up the dribble, passing it on over to Hallie. 25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Hard pass inside to Russell, foul from behind, going to be charged here to Foster. Foster trying to jump the passing lane, instead runs into the back of Russell. She picks up the foul, her second tonight. Third team foul. Ball's with the Lady Rangers here on the baseline. Iberia to inbound, comes into Hallie on the right wing. 20 seconds left to go now. Trying to go into the block here. Russell actually let it go by. Picked up by Rowden. A little bit of a happy accident there for Iberia. That pass no way intended for Alexa Rowden, but she's got the two. Here comes Worstel. No, they let it go by out of bounds. And Iberia gets a chance here to bucket with 7 seconds remaining. Crocker simply threw that one away. Here comes the Lady Rangers. Brown coming to her left here. 5 seconds. Crocker trying to prevent them from getting much too far down the field. Here's a half-court shot. Ends up too short. It's going to be a 7-point lead for Iberia heading into our final quarter. Crocker, they win the third quarter. They've given themselves a shot. 36-43. But it is still very much Iberia in the driver's seat as we head on in to the fourth quarter. Can Iberia secure the district championship? Or can Crocker pull off what would be a 14-point upset here tonight? We'll find out in just a moment. Back in 60, you're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Championship. It's 97.9 The Source.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco League community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way. As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Underway here in our fourth quarter. 10 seconds gone by. Crocker with the basketball. 7 points, the difference between these two teams, and 1 quarter left to play here in this district championship game. Elena Foster with the basketball. She's got 20 points here tonight. Leading the way as Worstel dribbles on into the corner. Over now to Dean. Dean across the court here to Kofeld. Kofeld thinking the three. She's going to take it. She misses it. Too far. Rebounded here by Bauer. Bauer coming up the right side of the floor here. Again, Crocker winning that third quarter, cutting the lead in half. But it's still a 7-point lead. It's still a 3-possession lead for the Lady Rangers. Hallie, Humphrey, both on the bench for the time being. But Hallie is at the scoring table to check in. Here's Brown, going to go over to the right wing, on to Rowden. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Austin playing a little bit of offense-defense there with Hallie, considering the foul situation. Here's a ball stripped away. Ends up being a jump ball. Arrow still pointing toward Iberia. They will keep possession. So Hallie checking in. Hallie going to replace Russell. Remember, Hallie with 3 fouls. But as the clock winds down, that matters a little bit less and less. Ball inbounded to Brown. Here comes the lob. Has it. 1 dribble. Right block. Got it. Good. Hallie, who was limited to just 2 points in the second quarter. She's got a quick bucket here. Makes it a 9-point ball game. 45-36. Here's a 3-pointer. Ashlyn Worstel buried it home. Warstell's first basket of the game comes in the fourth. We're back to 6, 45-39. Allie slowly bringing it up the floor, picks up the dribble just shy of half court, but has Carmack open and available. Into the corner, over to Brown. Brown hauls it in, coming back toward the left, spinning back to the right, looking baseline. Instead, throws it back out to the right wing. Carmack, wing to wing, over to Bauer, And now over to Rowden. Rowden sees an open lane to the basket, has it stripped, but picks it back up here. Gives it on over to the left wing. Bauer, the contested shot blocked, ends up loose, and it's going to be touching a Crocker player on its way out. Crocker, more focused on sealing out the defender there. Of course, you have to in that situation with Hallie underneath. Ended up being struck by the ball there. Bit of a break there for Iberia, who had that three-pointer blocked. They'll get another crack at it. Here comes Bauer. She'll take the inbounds pass, top of the key, over to Rowden on the wing. Campisi taking a swipe at it. The pass over to the corner, though, over to Carmack. Wing to Brown. Here comes the lob. Crocker going to try to collapse on it. Whistle, foul called here against Crocker. Who's called for it here? Megan Campisi will pick up the foul, her first. Team fourth. We get a substitution. Here comes Kay Humphrey back in the ball game. Humphrey, 4 fouls tonight. She'll be the one to inbound. Humphrey looking for a target. Going to go out to the left wing here. Over the top of Kofeld, who now sees the basketball. Ends up giving it up, though, back over to Humphrey. And it's a timeout taken by Iberia to keep control of the ball. So almost Iberia giving it away on the inbounds pass. But they do eventually take it back. After a little bit of chaos and confusion, enough to take a 30-second timeout. Let's take 30 ourselves. Back in a moment. 5:56 left to go. 45-39. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 basketball tournament. 97.9 The Source.
TC's Junk Fest at the Barn at Honeysuckle Farms in Iberia is coming May 19th and 20th from noon until 6 on Friday and 9 until 3 on Saturday. This is a can't-miss event with close to 100 vendors from all corners of the state. Vintage, antiques, farmhouse, handmade, boutiques, shabby chic, artisans, and more. Plus lots of door prizes, goodie bags for the first 30 shoppers, and t-shirts too. It's a weekend full of fun and memories. TC's Junk Fest at the Barn at Honeysuckle Farms, 41 Tavern Creek Road in Iberia, May 19th and 20th. We'll see you at the barn.
Hear that? That's the plumpest, juiciest hot dogs you've ever seen getting their grill on. But we both know what'll make it sound even better. Oh yeah, it's a Pepsi to go with your hot dog. Because when you're chomping on America's favorite meal, relish, mustard, and onions perfectly blending into a crescendo of flavor, there's only one thing that makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Well, Crocker getting the steal, coming back the other way, but missing the shot means the ball rests with Iberia on the baseline as we get back to it here. 5:36 left to go in this contest. A district championship on the line. Ball comes into Brown here, but you can't haul it in. Ball's right back over to the Lady Lions. Connor Harbert here with you tonight. Just a reminder, the winner of this one, they play on Tuesday next week, the last day of February. They face the winner of District 10. Of course, we do not know the winner of District 10 just yet. We're still kind of waiting on that. I know it's Norwood and Hartville in the final here tonight. But we will not have that result, I'm sure, by the time this broadcast is over. So just keep that in mind here. We either know it'll be Crocker or Iberia. Right now, Iberia out in front. They lead by 6, 45-39. Dean into the corner here. Here comes Warstell on the drive. Cut off by Humphrey. Tosses it back up now to Foster. Foster not being given a whole lot of space, and she takes it on the wing. Good reason for that. 6 threes tonight. Ball goes over to Campisi, now to Kofeld. Kofeld on to Foster here. Foster face guarded by Bauer. Foster moving toward her right. 2-possession ball game here. Crocker under no duress at the moment to really hurry up at this point in the ball game. Foster over to Warstell, top of the key, Kofeld. Kofeld taking the step, taking the three, off the backboard, no good, but a long rebound. Foster's there to haul it in. Foster in the corner now. Picks up the dribble, going to take the three. She was left open. No, but she left the shot long. Still a loose ball here, picked up by Humphrey in the corner. Trapped by Crocker here, looking for anybody. Trying to get it across over to Hallie. Whistle, and a travel's called. And the Lady Lions found the trap they needed to get that ball right on back. 4:46 now left to go in the game. The winner of 9-10 take on the winner of 11-12 on March the 4th. We know the District 11 champion is Fordland. Can't say I know too much about him. But we'll get there when we cross that bridge. Campisi on the layup, left it long. Loose rebound here. Last touch by Iberia. Crocker going to get another chance at it. Over in District 12, you have College Heights Christian and Pierce City. Again, not familiar with either of those schools. Only been back in Missouri for a few months or so. Still kind of getting adjusted to all that. One dribble here, Kofelt. Over now to Dean. Dean driving in, kicks it out to the right wing. Worstel, the three-pointer. No, that's going to be an air ball too far to the left. Rebounded by Humphrey. Humphrey, though, in some trouble, trying to knock it away. Ball out of bounds. I'll say last touch by Campisi. It's going to be Iberia ball. 4:20 now on the clock. Crocker trying to blaze themselves a comeback. Iberia trying to keep themselves out in front. Bauer going to field the inbounds pass clearly. She comes across half court. Trapped, though, in the corner. She picks up the dribble, but able to find an open Kay Humphrey. Humphrey over to Rowden here. Rowden not going to take the shot here. Now going to look to drive, but has it stripped away by Foster. Foster comes up with it, but she lost the dribble and gives the ball back to the Lady Rangers. Crocker was able to steal it away from Rowden, but they just could not keep the dribble. See if they go for the lob on the inbounds pass here. It's on the sideline. Rowden, nope, just going to hand it on into Brown. Brown to the corner. Rowden back to Brown. Under 4 to go. We're officially halfway through this fourth quarter. Here's Brown standing top of the key. Brown coming over to the wing, still guarded by Worstel. Needs to back it out, needs to beat the 5-second count, but she's not gonna. That's the 5-second called. Has Worstel able to keep herself close enough to give the ball back over to Crocker. We've had several turnovers here in this quarter. But Crocker just hasn't been able to find the baskets they need. 3-2 this quarter. It's been a very low-scoring quarter. Crocker needs to pick that up there. That only favors Iberia. Campisi over to Foster. Foster around the perimeter. Here's Kofelt for three. No, back to the rim, but a rebound here by Dean. Dean going back up with it. The underhanded shot. That one's no good. Loose ball picked up by Hallie. Hallie going to give it off over to Rowden. Crocker coming up empty once again. Can't say the Lady Lions haven't had opportunities at it. Campisi dives the pass, or dives, I should say. Brown coming across. Knocks it loose, knocks it out of bounds. Iberia takes control on the sideline. They've had several shots, just suddenly the shots have run cold. Aislinn Bauer here, top of the key. Passing it on over to Brown now. Brown over to the right wing. Up and around the perimeter, over now to Rowden. Rowden lobbing it in here. Hallie middle of the lane, kicks it out to the right wing. Tressie Brown for three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Crocker. Foster going to haul it in. She'll give it off over to Campisi. 3 minutes now left to go. Here's Worstel on the left wing. Going to put the ball on the floor. Spinning back to her right. Handing it off to Campisi as she goes into the corner. Now on into the wing. Over to Foster. Foster off to Dean here. Dean thinking about the three. Is that one good? No, that's too far to the left once more. Rebounded by Hallie. Here's Bauer. Right sideline. Does she drive all the way in? No. Comes back out to the corner now. Pushes back up the sideline. Over to Brown. 2:30 now left to go in the game. Here's a whistle. Timeout taken by Iberia to beat another 5-second count. Again, Brown just not able to find much with that basketball at the moment. So it's another timeout taken by Iberia, but a low-scoring quarter. A low-scoring quarter that only serves to benefit the Rangers. They've still got themselves a 6-point lead, 45-39. Full timeout. Come back in 60. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Girls Basketball Championship, 97.9 The Source.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
2:33 left to go in this district championship game. Iberia, they control the basketball. They lead by 6. 45-39. Lob coming into Hallie on the right block. Trying to gather up the dribble. Throws up the shot. It's good. Lainey Hallie herself another basket. She's got, I believe, 23 now. 2:18 left to go. It's back up to an 8-point lead. 3 possessions, the difference between our two sides right now. Suddenly, Crocker, they need to get it going here. No more time to dawdle. Here comes Emma Ruth. Dribbling through, over to the right wing. On over now to Foster. Foster, a couple dribbles, over to Worstel. Pump fakes inside over to Ruth. Ruth attacking the basket. No, outside to Dean. Dean hanging on to it there. Not really trusting the three-pointer. Throws up the shot. Rolls off the rim. Rebounded by Warstill. Warstill going to kick it outside to Foster. Foster pump fake. Shot from the right baseline. She's fouled. She's heading to the line. So a foul called here against Iberia. That's team foul number 4. Fouls charged to Aislinn Bauer, her first. So we're under 2 minutes to go. Ball control, so important for Iberia down the stretch. Foster at the line. She sinks the first. Foster tonight, she has been the light for this Crocker offense. 6 threes tonight. 21 total points. Misses the second free throw, though. Ball pops around. It's picked up by Crocker. Sarah Dean, one dribble. She's fouled from behind. We're going back for 2. Well, free throws will definitely help. That's for sure. Stops the clock. In fact, after Foster sinks the first, we're going to get 2 more for Dean. She can bring it back to 5. Fouls on Alexa Rowden, by the way, her 4th, but the first one is missed. Cannot miss these opportunities for the Lady Lions. Second free throw. That one is good. We're back to 6. 47-41, a minute 50. Rowden taking the inbounds pass, throwing it up the left sideline here, coming down the floor. That's going to be Brown, guarded closely by Warstill. Whistle and another foul. Charge here to Warstill. She'll pick up number 2. That'll be team foul number 5. Not the worst fouls down the stretch here. You're going to need to eventually start the foul if you want to make Iberia beat you from the free throw line. As Iberia inbounds it back into Hallie here, we now go under the 145 mark. Hallie already guarded here, but throwing it down the sideline to Rowden. Rowden trying to find Humphrey in motion. Humphrey gathers herself on the left block, throws up the shot. It's good. Humphrey with 6. We're back to 8, 49-41. 90 seconds left to go. Maddie Kofelt coming to her left, trying to get it off into the corner here, but it's knocked away by Rowden. Ball stays here with Crowder. Huh. That came out of the darkest recesses of my mind. Back with Crocker, I should say. Ruth, right elbow, driving in here, underneath, right side layup, left it long, and it's rebounded by Hallie. Hallie going to find Brown down the floor here. Brown has a wide open Kay Humphrey on the right block. The layup is good. And she'll get the foul as well. Crocker not getting back in time, and Iberia flashing the full court offense there. That's not necessarily their game. But they got the fast break there, and now will have a timeout taken here by Crocker. So now it's a double-digit lead with 1:11 to go. Iberia, they've knocked off the 4. They've knocked off the 2. They've knocked off the 1. They could be knocking off the 2. It's a full timeout. Back in 60. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Tournament. 97.9 The Source.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Howdy.
Well, hello, young lady. I'd recognize that car anywhere. Did your mom ask you to drop it off today?
It's not hers anymore.
Oh, my. How exciting. Well, don't worry. We'll keep taking good care of her, just like we always did for Mom.
Oh, you just do what you do. Mom says if I take it to y'all for maintenance, I'll hardly ever have to bring her in for repair.
For maintenance and repair on your vehicle, trust Holler Automotive in Vienna. Oil change, batteries, tires, and repairs. Holler Automotive, 908 Highway 63 South in Vienna. Fast lane towing also available. 573-578-2233.
Shooting 1, Kay Humphrey puts the shot up. It's good. 12-point advantage. 11-point advantage here for the Iberia Lady Rangers. Crocker on the attack quickly, though. Needed someone, and they need it fast. Warstill trying to give it off to Ruth, but it's stolen away by Iberia. Jesse Brown going to be fouled up the floor. We're heading to the line. We're shooting 1-1. So again, Iberia, they come out quickly. They almost give up a lead. And then they somehow, some way, dig deep to pull it back out in the game's dying minutes. Foul is going to be the 5th here on Emma Ruth. So she will foul out of this ballgame. Maddie Kofelt will check back in here as, again, it's Tressie Brown at the line. She's shooting 1-1. Ball game not over just yet, but a couple free throws here would make it significantly harder. First one is good. 12 points the advantage now. Brown tonight, 7 points in this one. Lead is now 12. Free throw here makes it a 5-possession game, and I'll be honest with you, that might be a little bit too much for any Crocker comeback. Second free throw, there it is. Also good. 8 points for Brown tonight, 54-41. Ball down the floor here. Foster going to go for three. Does she have it? No. Front of the rim, rebounded by Humphrey. Campisi trying to steal it away, but she'll pick up a foul instead. Back across the floor we go to shoot 1-1 once more. When you gave it to your most reliable player from the field, Elena Foster got the attempt from three, but couldn't get it to go that time. And so now it's Kay Humphrey shooting two. Free throws up for Humphrey. It is good. (55-41). 14 points the advantage now. Stays a 5-possession game either way, but 15 is a lot harder to come back from than 14. Second free throw, no good. Stays 14. 49 seconds now. Campisi, the catch and shoot. Too short. Front of the rim. Rebounded, though, by Kofelt. Her shot's no good. That really just kind of sums up Crocker's entire fourth quarter, as they've suddenly gone very, very cold. Going to pick up another foul. This time, the foul's going to be called here on Sarah Dean, her first, team 9th. And this time, it's Tressie Brown to shoot 1-1. First free throw for Brown, no good. Rebounded by Crocker. Stays 14, but now just 30 seconds to go. Right wing over to Worstel. No time for dribbles, time for shoots. Kofelt, three-pointer, front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Iberia, foul off the rebound. How about two more free throws? This time it's double bonus. Well, the longest minute in all of sports comes from the sport of basketball. As we're shooting free throws all the way home here, but this is going to be two free throws now for Aislinn Bauer. That's the fourth on Elena Foster. As again, really the only question to be asked right now is what's the final margin of victory? Bauer puts the first one through. That'll make it 15 at this point in time. Bauer now in double digits tonight. Had 3 threes in the first half. Gets her first point here in the second half. As Sarah Dean checks out of the ball game here. Remember, some of the seniors on this Crocker team. Second free throw also good for Bauer. Up the floor now. Here comes Campisi. Gonna hand it off here. Three-pointer. Brooklyn Newman rims out. No good. Rebounded though underneath. Carly York puts it up and in. She's got two. Timeout taken here by Crocker. So Crocker taking the timeout here as we'll get ourselves a substitution timeout, actually. Nope, we'll talk it over anyway, but that'll pretty much do it here for this one. Hugs all around on the Crocker bench. As for some of these seniors, Sarah Dean, Megan Campisi, Elena Foster, and Ashlyn Worstel, this is going to be the end of what has been a very good year for them, a very good career for Crocker as well. Of course, Crocker, they've definitely got some talent down coming up from the junior year, the sophomore year. Of course, we've seen Gretchen Candy a lot this season in our games covering Lady Lions basketball. We've seen Olivia Hayes a couple times, not only in this tournament, but our regular season coverage there as well. And of course, Maddie Kofelt, by the way, forgot to mention, she's also a senior there as well. Maddie Kofelt getting lots of time here in this tournament. Definitely, I think I've seen her playing time ramped up since we saw him in the Frisco League tournament. But 19 seconds left to go to wrap this one up. Of course, the Iberia faithful very, very excited. Why wouldn't they be? As they are 19 seconds away from a district championship. Hallie takes the inbounds pass. Crocker going to guard, but they're not going to foul here. They're just going to let this one expire. They're going to make Iberia work for it, though. Rowden coming up the left sideline here, followed by Newman. Coming across. Gretchen Candy in the ball game here as Iberia will dribble this one out. And it's official. Your number 5 seed running the gauntlet and securing themselves a district championship. The Lady Rangers, they move on. Of course, they will play next week. But for now, it's a time for celebration. They knock off Crocker here tonight. Your final score, Iberia 57, Crocker 43. We'll take ourselves a couple minutes. We'll do what we always do. We'll see if Coach Austin makes his way up here for one more interview. I'm sure he's very excited. I'm sure he wants to celebrate with the team, but we'll see if he makes his way on up here to talk with us. But we'll be back here in a few minutes. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Championship. It's 97.9 The Source.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, all the seasons bring havoc to your home, sidewalks, and driveways. Bring life back into your projects with Big Johnson Power Washing. They do commercial and residential. Let the experts do the work for you. Call Big Johnson Power Washing. They're mobile, they can go anywhere, and they bring their own water. There is literally no job too big or too small. They're fully insured, and they pride themselves in making sure their customers are completely happy. So don't trust your home and things to just anyone to clean up. Call the pros, and they do give free estimates. Big Johnson Power Washing, 417-533-2010. That's 417-533-2010. Big Johnson Power Washing, proud supporter of the Plato Eagles. Go Eagles!
Richland schools are very proud of the accomplishment of their students both academically and in athletics. Richland schools take pride in the fact that they encourage their students to be honest, hardworking, dedicated individuals, and to be drug-free. Richland schools also remind you that the future of our nation rests with these children. Support our children. This message is brought to you by Richland High School.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here once more at the Lakeway High School Gymnasium here in Lakeway. Obviously, this one in the books. Congratulations to the Iberia Lady Rangers. They are your Class 2 District 9 champions. They defeat the number 2 seed Crocker Lady Lions here tonight, complete a dark horse run by a final score of 57-43. You know, we said at the beginning of the tournament, Gary and I, it's one of the things we talked about, just how wide open this entire tournament was. We really said at the time, any of the top 4 teams had a chance to win it. But Iberia, they caught fire at exactly the right time, going about 7-3 in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, this win definitely the sweetest of their run, as they really prove not exactly our sentiments, Gary and I, at the start of the tournament, but they definitely prove our sentiments exactly that anybody could have won this tournament. Definitely says a lot about District 9 and the level of competition in this area. Of course, congratulations to the Crocker Lady Lions on a second-place victory here in this district tournament. Definitely not as sweet as first place. Of course, their season comes to a close here tonight, but still a very talented ball club, a team I've had a lot of fun watching all year long. But of course, the road is not over for Iberia. We will talk about all that here in just a little bit. Again, waiting to see if head coach Mike Austin makes his way on up here or not. Again, understandably, celebrating with his team here at the moment, taking lots of pictures down there with your district plaque. But in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and take a look at some individual numbers here, shall we? First of all, taking a look at Crocker tonight, 43 points. How about Elena Foster? You got to give it to her. Even in defeat here tonight, Elena Foster really giving the Lady Lions a chance to win this ball game until the very end. 21 total points for her tonight. She's your only double-digit score, but 21 points in the seniors' final game, including 6 threes. Definitely a good game to go out on if you are Elena Foster. Of course, like I said, only player in double digits tonight for Crocker. 6 points tonight for Megan Campisi, 5 points for Emma Ruth, and then 3 points apiece for 3 different players. Maddie Kopfelt had a 3 in the first half. Sarah Dean had a 2 and a free throw, and then 3 points for Ashlyn Worstel there as well. Worstel being shut down here tonight, definitely a large part in why Iberia was able to win this game. Worstel and Campisi, to be honest with you, their normal drives, just not there. When you have the size inside, definitely makes things a whole lot tougher for any team, for sure. But now we take a look here at Iberia. 2 scores in double digits. No, excuse me, let me correct that. 3 scores in double digits here tonight. Lainey Halley, of course, leading the way. Crocker just no answer tonight for anything. Crocker threw at her defensively, or should I say, that was kind of the wrong way to word it. I should say Lainey Howey just a problem for Crocker all night long. Of course, a 6'1 senior, she leads the way with 23 points here tonight. She was joined in double digits. Aislinn Bauer, 3 first-half threes. Definitely slowed down a little bit, but still hit 2 free throws in the fourth quarter to give herself 11 for the game. Then Kay Humphrey, out of the ball game a little bit with some foul trouble. She finishes the game with 10. A strong fourth quarter for her here tonight. She picks up 6 of those 10 in the fourth quarter here in this one. 8 points for Tressie Brown. Have the right-hand runner on the baseline going here tonight. Definitely a nice little shot for her, so she finishes with 8 here in this one. 3 points for Alexa Rowden, and 2 points for Carly. Well, excuse me, I wrote that in the wrong lines. I did write that in the wrong lines. My bad. 2 points for Carly Carmack and 3 points for Alexa Rowden, using a different scoring sheet than usual. But, of course, you don't care about that. You do care about 3 points for Rowden, 2 points for Carly Carmack. So, again, Iberia, they advance. They will play in Lebanon on Tuesday. Of course, they call it the Boswell Auditorium. I think that's what they said it was. But, of course, Lebanon High School, their gymnasium. And they will take on the winner of District 10. So, do we know who that is yet? I don't think so. I don't think that final score has come across just yet, considering they have not put Iberia in as the District 9 champion. But again, that will either be the winner of, it will be Norwood. Nope, they've got a final score, in fact, for you. So actually, I do have a result. Norwood will be Iberia's next opponent. They easily dispatch Hartville tonight, 47-24. Norwood 21-6 on the campaign. They've won their last 4 games. They were the number 1 seed in that District 10 tournament. So we'll see how far Iberia can go. Stay tuned, of course. We'll have all the updates for you on Iberia's run. Of course, we might see as well. I haven't been fed any information just yet, but I do know it's going to be Iberia and Norwood on Tuesday. And a little bit of news from another Frisco League team. Thanks, Alan. Licking falls here tonight in their district championship game, 42-34. Thanks for the update, Alan Hilliard. Of course, an esteemed colleague of mine here tonight at the championship game, but still wearing the wrong colors here tonight. So, anyway, this is Thunder Country, and you know it. But anyway, we'll go ahead and take one more final timeout. It looks like Coach Austin has headed off to the locker room, but we will see. We'll take one more break. Did plan to take a little bit longer of a postgame than usual here tonight. We'll take ourselves 1 minute. We'll come back. I'll either wrap this one up, or we'll talk with Coach Austin. But anyway, back in a little bit. Again, your final score, Iberia wins this one tonight, 57-43. You're listening to the Class 2 District 9 Championship game, 97.9 The Source.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Or come see me, John Gregory, in Crocker.
Students come and students go. Some start at the elementary level and continue in the same district until graduation. Others move in, some move out for a variety of reasons, but usually it's the parent's job that facilitates a family's move. Whatever the reason, the Iberia School District welcomes all students. At Iberia, students get the best possible education from a staff of dedicated teachers, coaches, and an administration that cares about the product they send out every May at graduation. Whether it's continuing their education in the military or the 9-to-5 world, the Iberia School District is proud of their Rangers and Lady Rangers. As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Your car is still the one. You love everything about her, except for that. From when Ben dropped his milkshake, and that. From when you tried to transport that sharp thing, and that. That's always in the air thanks to your shotgun rider, Earl. Luckily, we can fix that.
Reeves Auto Upholstery, serving both Lebanon and Richland with decades of experience. There's no job too big or too small, because they've seen it all.
Here once again at the Lakeway High School Gymnasium, where this one is in the books. Again, the Iberia Lady Rangers. They are your 2023 Class 2 District 9 champions. They win this one over Crocker 57-43. They have a date with Norwood next week, but of course, we go ahead and wrap this one up here. Head coach Mike Austin obviously celebrating with his team. So no coach's interview here tonight. Obviously no big deal. Of course, we heard from him on Thursday. Nobody really expected, according to the coach himself, nobody really expected them to get to this point. Well, I'm going to guarantee that even less of them thought that they would end up district champions. But that is the beauty of district basketball. That is the beauty of playoff basketball in general. All you need to do is get hot at the right time. And that is what Iberia basically did here this week. The first couple of games, the games against Newburgh, effectively shutting down one of the better players in the area in Taylor Brookshire. And of course, just kind of feeding your players. Alexa Rowden didn't have quite the ball game here tonight that she had the first couple of nights, just 3 points tonight for her. But her three-point shooting had been amazing. Making threes left and right, definitely opening up the game, forcing players to come out to her, and of course opening up that lob inside to Hallie. And even, of course, Laney Hallie, we got to give her props here tonight. It is simple when you are 6'1", as Coach Austin makes his way out of the locker room. We may still have a coach's interview yet. We'll kind of wait and see if he makes his way on up here. But Laney Hallie, it is easy to be 6'1". That's kind of just something that you can't control there, but it's another thing to be able to finish your shots repeatedly. Laney Hallie shooting at a very high percentage tonight against players, against double teams, and even sometimes triple teams from Crocker. So definitely something special there. So we are actually going to get a coach's interview here today. I was just a few moments away from signing it off there. I didn't know if you were going to celebrate with your team a little bit longer here tonight. Obviously no big deal either way. But joining me now, Iberia head coach Mike Austin. First of all, Coach, congratulations. Definitely a huge win here today, kind of finishing off this run. And one of the things I want to point out on Thursday is you said not a lot of people thought you were going to get to this point, to the championship game. Well, I'm willing to bet that even maybe less thought you'd win the whole thing. But you guys got hot at the right time, and you come through with a big win over Crocker tonight.
Yeah, I can't talk enough about these girls. They want it. They're so excited. And, we just talked about it before the game that, hey, nobody expected us to be here. Nobody expected us to be here. But we believe we should be here. And I told them, I said, we've played 26 games. This is our 27th. It's just another game. Just go out and play. And that's what they did. They just went out and played.
For sure, and of course, one of the things we saw here tonight, Crocker, they definitely had a plan to try to take Hallie out of the game. Double teams, triple teams in there, but Hallie still somehow able to find her way to make it through, create contact, and get the buckets here tonight. She leads the way with 23. She's just a very special player.
Oh, she is. She is. I mean, she's over 1,100 points and 800 rebounds for her career. And we told the girls, before the game that if we're going to win, we're going to have to get the ball inside. And those girls, they do a phenomenal job looking for her and then putting the ball where she and only she can catch it. And then once she catches it, I put even money that she's going to make it or get fouled and hit the free throw. It was one of the two.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, one of the things we notice here as well, one of the kind of recurring trends is you guys were really good at getting out to a fast start. And then kind of maybe taking a step back there a little bit. We definitely saw Crocker start to make a little bit of a comeback there in the third quarter. But I think I even mentioned this on Thursday. It seems like your girls are just very, very good at staying calm and continuing to play their game.
That wasn't true. That wasn't true a couple of months ago. They've matured as a team, and we talked about that. Just withstand the storm. We talked about that in the locker room after the game. That they made runs and maybe got within 5 or 6, but we never let them get any closer. And then after they did, we would come back and build on it. And I can't talk enough about our defense. Tressie Brown and Aislinn Bauer playing the triangle and two, being the two, and they worked their tails off guarding the two best players on the other team, and did a good job of not letting them catch it, and especially not letting them have an open look at the basket.
For sure. And so, of course, again, district champions, but the road doesn't stop here. Of course, now you take a look toward the state title, perhaps, see if you have another run in you. I now know the District 10 champions, Norwood, they win their game here tonight over Hartville. I think the final score, according to Misha, 47-24. So that's a good Norwood team coming up here, but just got a game plan. You got a game next week as well.
Well, yeah, I'll get some film and I know Coach Rizzler down at Licking played Norwood earlier in the season, and he told me, he said, "Hey, you make it there." He says, "I'll make sure you've got all the film and scouting reports that I can get you." And so we'll go home. We'll enjoy this tonight, and I'll get up tomorrow and get back to work.
Absolutely. So, of course, Coach, again, congratulations. Big district championship here tonight, but we'll see you next week. We'll, of course, see how far you guys are capable of going.
All right. Thank you.
Once again, that was head coach Mike Austin. His girls victorious here tonight. They win the District 9 Class 2 championship and in relatively dominating fashion as well. Again, kind of let it slip there in the third quarter, but it's most important how you play when the chips are down. They certainly did that here tonight. So, of course, glad I was rewarded for being patient here tonight. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll let Dan go ahead and have the rest of his Saturday night. For Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbit. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Again, stay tuned for more updates about what we might be doing next week involving the state sectional tournament or whatever you want to call that tournament. But I hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you tonight. Until then, you've been listening to the Class 2 District 9 Boys and Girls Basketball Championships right here in 97.9 The Source. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Class 2 District 9 Basketball on The Source, 97.9 FM. Our games have been brought to you in part by Shelter Mutual Insurance Agent John Gregory, the Stoutland High School Life Care Center in Waynesville, Post Pond, A to Z Exterminating, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Jim Anthony, Mailbox It, S&D Feed of Dixon, the Bank of Crocker, Lowe Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert Auto Supply, Phelps Health, Ed Morris Ford, and the Bank of Iberia. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's action. We'll see you next time on The Source.